Another consideration when it comes to making healthy choices is our budget. Many people feel like they can't afford to eat foods they know are better for them. Here to help us tackle this problem is dietetic intern Anna Binder. First of all, Anna, how big of a problem is this locally?
Well, locally, I mean, the economy's been really hard on everybody, and unemployment rates have been extremely high. So here in Peoria, it's a big deal particularly. And really, we're just looking to try to help people be able to stretch that food dollar and eat healthy foods while on a budget, and that's really important. And you're right, a lot of people do have a lot of trouble being able to decide what foods can fit into that budget.
So you have some tips that can help us when we head to the grocery store, kind of keep that healthy frame of mind while we're trying to say, okay, I have this much money, but I want to eat well. What's the first tip for us?
Okay, well, the first tip starts before you even leave your house. It's important to look around at the foods that you already have in your cabinets and make a list of what you need to get at the store. Nobody likes to get to the store and sit there deciding between whether they already have this item or if they need it, and if you end up buying double, then that's a frustration and spending money that you don't need to be spending.
Right.
So make that list based on what you have and stick to that list when you get to the grocery store.
Okay, now when it comes to packing the most punch for our dollar, there are certain foods that you said are better choices. Can you tell us what some of those are?
Right, well, really, as far as getting the most nutrition out of your dollars, we really want to go for those great fruits and vegetables. Those are lower in calorie, but they have a lot of great nutrition in them. Lots of vitamins and minerals, fiber, those are all really important. And if you know how to shop correctly for them, you can really make them fit into your budget.
Okay, now some other things to consider are the costs of these healthy items versus some of their less healthy counterparts. And you know, a lot of people I think tend to think, oh, well, if it's healthy, then it's going to be more expensive. Is that always true?
That's not always true. And again, if you know how to do it, and I've brought some tips with me today to help us do that, but if you know how to shop correctly, then you can really fit those foods into your budget. And a lot of times it seems like those convenience processed foods, chips, cookies, are cheaper, but they're really not. And I've got some great items here to show you today that you can really get for a great cost and that are really good for you.
So what are some of those examples?
Okay, so one thing is produce. Everybody seems to think that your fruits and vegetables are really expensive, but that doesn't have to be the case.
Okay.
When you go to the produce section, you want to look for foods that have the least packaging, ones that haven't been already cut, washed, all of those. You're going to be paying for that convenience of somebody having already done that for you. So a great example would be carrots. If you can buy carrots in maybe those 2-pound whole carrot form, like we've got some here, that would be a great way to go. You're going to pay about $1.38 for a 2-pound bag of those carrots, which is not a bad price at all.
Not at all.
And you're actually going to pay about $2.48 for a 2-pound bag of the baby carrots
That are already peeled up for you.
Exactly.
And easy to eat.
And that's convenient, but if you can find the time to be able to peel and wash those carrots yourself, you're going to save yourself some money.
Okay, real quickly, what are some of the other examples?
Okay, another example is a great one. In the produce aisle, you want to go for foods that are whole but in a bag. So with these grapefruits, you can actually get 6 grapefruits, which is about 12 servings of fruit, for $3.99. But if you were to buy these individually, it would cost about $9 for the same amount of fruit.
Wow, okay, that's one I didn't realize.
Exactly, so with your potatoes, your apples, your grapefruits, go for all of those already in the bag. You're going to save some money there.
Now, oatmeal is something that I think a lot of people tend to go for when it's healthy. What's your tip with this?
With the oatmeal, basically what I wanted to show with this is that you always want to go with more of your store brands or your generic brands. This oatmeal is a great example. This oatmeal here costs about $1.99 for this whole canister, and this is a generic brand. This compared to the big name brand, the name brand was about $4.38.
Wow.
So that's a big difference there. You're talking a couple of dollars just there, and they're basically the same product. And that oatmeal, really important to get into your day, so just make sure you focus on that generic or store brand, and it's going to save you some money.
All right, Anna, thank you so much for the tips, and hopefully it'll help our viewers save some money as well. Well, still ahead, Crocs are making a comeback.